Well, I thought it was high time we got back onto the ute. It has been a while. She's dusty, isn't she? And I've been sort of distracted by doing car after car. I've got this car here. It's got a blown motor, rebuilding the engine, which I haven't got out yet. And I did a Golf the other day. Then we did a couple of other cars. So I've been pretty busy, all in all. And been really difficult to get onto the ute. Anyway, onto this roof. This roof, you can just see some waffles. Oh, that's probably mostly shadows. And, but they're there. They're very small. So I can get in. Anyway, they're there. It's because I think it was out in a paddock, and there's some you can see there. They're very small, and they've got an inner rail, so I can't really get to the panel, and that's why the centre's much better, because I could get to that. And see along here, there's a rail underneath. I'll show you. See all the inner panels. Anyway, we're not talking about that. So I'm going to give it a skimmer bog, like over the top, block it out, and she'll come up just beautiful. And but it's still a Bazza. It's still a Bazza's been on this roof too, a bloody bugger. Bazza, see that there goes out? Oh, that's completely factory, like that. Isn't it funny? Just think it came out of the factory like that. The other side's not like that, of course. See if I can find it. There it is. See the other side? A little bit, perhaps. Not much. Anyway, so Bazza's been at it. So I'll take you along for the ride. You can do it. It's got a lot of dust on it. It's all dust and mist coat. Mist coat makes it look a little bit rougher than it is. It's not too bad. Anyway, so I'll get on with it. Thanks for your patience, and here we go. Okay, I'll bring you in for a closer look. So all I've done is, it's been a nice hour and a half or whatever it is, an hour maybe, I don't know. Seam sealing inside here. From factory, they put the roof on with seam sealer in it, or their, whatever you call their seam sealer. And but I had to scrape it all out because it's hydroscopic, which means now it just stores moisture and rust, so it's just crap. So anyway, so that seam sealer, I've got a funny feeling I might have already done that once. She's had two now. So being on the roof and it's so visible, I had to really clean it. And, because when you stand here, you can look straight down. So for me, under here is not such a big deal. I did all of these spots here. And just in case there was a split and some moisture could get in there. I'm pretty sure there was no way of it, but anyway, it's better now. I did all the way around the other side as well. So now I can get on with the roof. Sort of like, you don't really want to, start undercutting any more than that without putting the seam sealer in, so you can cover up the seam sealer and actually sand it smooth. So, anyway, I'm going back to it. Cheerio. Well, I've got the whole roof coated. Just a quick thing, mostly. I'll give that a blocking back probably tomorrow now. I had to put the putty in the fridge. I put it in the fridge, and I've got a little beer fridge. and that's made it, gives me the working time I need. So, and have it go off. So you didn't notice it because I didn't film it, but I had a batch which just I didn't go off at all because I thought, oh, it's going off too quick. So I put less hardener in it, then it doesn't go off at all. And it's got to be cooled a bit, and then it works for me. Well, I just thought I'd show you, I gave that another coat here, quite a generous coat actually, so there'll be a fair bit of sanding, but there's little imperfections, and I thought, oh, I'll just give it a coat and finish it off. There's a little bit along that bottom edge there, which is at the wrong angle for, and the same at that top. But all in all, this is coming up really well and really quickly, so I'm very pleased with it, and I think it'll actually look pretty straight. Excuse the flickering, that's the fluoros. And so anyway, so I thought I might as well brief you, I should say, on what I'm going to do. I'm going to repaint the underneath of this, give it a sand. It needs a repaint, and for many reasons. And so because I've welded in parts here, and I've got overspray on it, and I actually found the paint's a bit thin. It scratches just a bit too easily. And so I'm going to give it a second coat, give it a good sand back, probably get the whole family onto that job. And it won't take long to do when we knock it out. And after I've done that, she's going back on its wheels. So nearly all that work is done. I probably haven't showed anybody, but you know, all the suspensions all got new bushes in it and been painted. All painted. It's probably got a dust over it. They'll clean up though. Give them a good hose off and clean, and there's another one there. There's suspension parts all over the shop, and so the springs. So the next video, after I've done the roof, I'm going to be doing the suspension. You can see the two springs hanging out there. I've got to clean them up. I've got some new bushes. Where are they? Horrible little things keep on. There they are. So I got these are the things that you repair the repair. It's not a good word. Just replace the bushes and the springs, gives it a bit more height and makes them so they don't squeak, and the suspension works better. We got to do the bonnet yet. That's another thing. So I think I might put on the wheels before I do the bonnet, and then I want to paint the back and then get it well in 2-pack, all in 2-pack, and from there on it'll be looking like a normal car sort of on its feet, which would be good. So I'm going to finish this off, and it's going to be a short video. I'm sorry, because you know I've been snowed under with other work, and so at the end of the day that'll be done, and well, we can do videos on the rest of it. A lot easier with progress with doing stuff with suspension and springs, spraying underneath, getting it back on its feet. So they'll be more fun videos. All right, back to time lapse. Here we go. Back on the tripod. There we go, like that. Well, that'll probably conclude this roof part. Anyway, this part of the roof, she's come up pretty good. Can't tell on the camera anyway, but I guess out of a, from 1 to 10, it's probably 7 or something like that. It's got a lot of work to go yet. And high build primer, blocking, you know, getting it perfect, but you can see with the reflection that it comes up pretty straight. I can't tell because I haven't got my glasses on, but I'll look later on if I ever watch through the video. It comes up pretty good. And I'll probably put the undercoat on a bit wet. Instead of it being 3 coats, it ended up with 4 or 4.5, heading for 5 or something in some areas. But that's okay, I like it thick, and give me plenty of room to block out. And if I make a mistake, it won't go through the metal too easily. Anyway, cheerio fellas, and look, thanks for everything, and hang on, I'll turn around. Thanks for hanging around, and I know it's been a long time, and I appreciate it all, and it's very difficult to sometimes do these things, and life just gets in the road. What can I say? So thanks mate, and fellas, and labels and gentle spoons, and whatever I want to call you, or whatever you want to call yourselves. Cheers.